And welcome into the Convocation Center here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, where we're having some volleyball action here at Cal U. First time on CUTV this year, where the California Vulcans take on the Seton Hill Griffins in a PSAC matchup here. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Anthony D'Agostino, and alongside me is Stephen Ruffing. And Steve, first time doing volleyball this season. Can't wait to broadcast some. It's great to be back.
Yeah, I'm excited. We have two fantastic teams doing very well in the PSAC right now, both regionally ranked, California Vulcans and the Seton Hill Griffins.
Well, we're going to look at the last game for both these squads. Steve, start off with Seton Hill. They're coming off a big win against Millersville when they swept them three sets to none.
Yeah, Millersville fell to Seton Hill three sets to none, like you said. So they're going to be looking to continue that winning streak here against the Vulcans.
And California, they took on Shippensburg in their last game, and they ended up falling in that one 3 sets to none as well. They got swept. And see, that was a very disappointing game for the California Vulcans.
Yeah, they fell to Shippensburg, but this is a perfect opportunity for them to come out and beat a very good Seton Hill team and get their morale up and continue on with the season.
Well, the last time these two teams met was October 11th, 2016 at Seton Hill, and it was not a good day for the California Vulcans. They again got swept by the Seton Hill Griffins 3 sets to none. And Steve, we've seen this now the past few times we've broadcasted against with California Vulcans and Seton Hill. Whenever California comes into the game after having lost against Seton Hill at Seton Hill, they come away with a victory.
Right, and that's what the California Vulcans team does. When they lose to the Seton Hill Griffins team, it just gives them more motivation to get another win, and they're going to come out to this game hungry for the victory.
Well, Steve, look at some of the stats for both these teams. Start off with Seton Hill.
Yeah, we have, for Seton Hill, on the season, 1,170 kills for the Griffins and 190 blocks. So pretty good offensively, defensively doing fantastic with the 190 blocks. And for Cal, 1,215 kills, very good offensively, and the blocks a little below Seton Hill's with only 168.5.
And now we're going to look at some players to watch for both teams, starting off with Seton Hill. Steve, who do you look at right now to be one of the most elite players on the Seton Hill team?
Yeah, the Griffin that we're looking at tonight is Cassie Hosfield. 306 points this season and 266 kills. You're going to be looking out for her on the net.
And for California, Steve, one of the best that we've seen in a long time. It's been here since when I came in to the Cal as a freshman, Danielle Hayes.
Yeah, Danielle Hayes has been so fun to watch this season for the Vulcans. She has 454 points on the season and a whopping 382 kills, so she's doing her job offensively and looks to keep it up here.
Yeah, Danielle Hayes broke some records too, Steve. I mean, just a great effort by Danielle Hayes. As you know, we talked about before that she has 1,000 career kills. She leads with 382 in ranks number 11 overall, and she was the first to reach 1,000 kills since Laurel Miller in 2014, Steve.
Yeah, and you know, Seton Hill, they're eyeing that up. They know they want to see Danielle Hayes perform here like we do, and we're going to be watching her all night on that net.
And another athlete that we have to look out for, a dual threat in terms of 2 sports she plays, Sierra Barrett, basketball and volleyball. Right now she's playing some volleyball here, and she got a weekly laurel from the PSAC, Steve.
Yeah, getting the PSAC Athlete of the Week for the second time this year, and she's going to be looking to perform in this game, and we're going to keep an eye on her as well, as she is a fantastic player on that net.
Yeah, she's one of the best in front of the net. She can get up and block, and she can also wail away at the ball, really get those kills hammering hard. Well, the stage is set. The players are warming up right now, but in a few minutes, our first serve is next here on CUTV.
CUTV's High School Football Game of the Week. Springdale at Jeff Morgan. Avella at California. Bell Vernon at Ringgold. Greensburg Central Catholic at Charleroi. Waynesburg at Southmoreland. Baldwin at Connellsville. Beth Center at Brownsville. Fraser at Bentworth. Bishop Canavan at Carmichael. The longest-running high school coverage in southwestern PA is on CUTV.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast. Your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecasts from the CalU Weather Center. The region's latest entertainment news. Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards with television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center, online all the time.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association. For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV News Center provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania for Vulcans volleyball action, where the California Vulcans take on the Seton Hill Griffins. Once again, I'm Anthony D'Agostino, alongside me, Stephen Ruffing. And Steve, pretty big matchup between these two teams. California, last time I said before in the open, got shut out 3-0. However, they are number 1 in the PSAC standings under head coach Peter Letourneau, and Seton Hill on the bottom of those standings. So California really looking to come away with a big victory here.
Yeah, I mean, this has always been a great matchup, and we were talking about this before the broadcast. The last time we did volleyball, we covered volleyball on CTV. It was me, you and I, and it was Seton Hill in California going at it. So it's always a great matchup, and I'm excited to be doing it again.
And the starters here for California: number 3, Tina Belhigh; number 5, Sierra Barrett; number 7, Ashley Leto; number 11, Lois Van Schaik; number 13, Danielle Hayes; and number 14, Megan Litaborski. And the libero is number 19, Bailana Sowers. For Seton Hill, number 4, Mary Bike; number 7, Jenna Sessick; number 8, Jillian Liverhorse; number 9, Maggie Murray; number 11, Cassie Hausfeld; number 15, Hannah Moeller; and number 21, Leah Bisigiani. As Seton Hill has it here, they start off the serve, a little pushover. A great dig there by Megan Litaborski, but Seton Hill comes away with the point.
Yeah, they were called for a double on that one. California's serve receive there was a little shaky, and Seton Hill just took advantage of it.
Moeller serving it for Seton Hill. She sends it over. As California's trying to hear, as a spike there by number 11, Lois Van Schaik, as a shot by Seton Hill over, picked up by California. And that one goes off the hands of number 21, Leah Bisigiani, and California gets the point there.
Yeah, Ashley Leto there, she doesn't go for that traditional hit there. She sees that block, and she does a little aggressive push off the hands of the defender, and it goes out of bounds.
Taylor Solo in here to serve for California. Jump serve is over. Dug out there by Seton Hill. A block by Sierra Barrett falls in, and California gets another point.
Yeah, that's the PSAC Player of the Week right there. Sierra Barrett getting that huge block with one hand over the Seton Hill defender's head.
Solo going to serve again for the Vulcans. Picked up by Seton Hill now. Tried for a block there was Ashley Leto. However, Leah Bisigiani's hit goes off her hands and out of bounds, so Seton Hill gets the point.
Yeah, Leto's going to be looking to turn those hands in next time she goes up for a block.
Bisigiani sends it over. As California trying to get the kill in, and that's going to go out of bounds and tipped, so California gets the point there.
Yeah, that's such a great shot by Leto. She's very impressive so far in this game. That was a straight down the line. Usually you'll see a cross-court shot.
And that serve is sent over. And a great block again by Sierra Barrett.
Yeah, Sierra Barrett with those big hands on that net. I mean, that was a triple threat on the block right there. Just big bodies up there getting that block down.
Ashley Leto sends the serve over. And that one's going to go out of bounds off of number 11, Cassie Hausfeld, someone who we mentioned in the open, Steve.
Yeah, Hausfeld just shanking that one off the serve. And such a difficult serve there as it's like a knuckleball coming at you.
Leto again sends it over, dug out there. And this one is sent over by Hausfeld. As California sends it over. And that one on a second hit, California with it. Sierra Barrett with a spike, and that's a kill for Sierra Barrett.
Yeah, Sierra Barrett coming out from the middle there. She's a middle hitter, I believe. Yeah, and she's coming around to the opposite side there and getting that hit and fooling the Seton Hill Griffins.
Leto's serve goes off the hands of Hausfeld. Seton Hill sending it over there, and a block by Sierra Barrett again.
Yeah, so far in this game, she has been proving why she's the player of the week, the PSAC player of the week, with another big block there. Very aggressive.
Ashley Leto going to serve it once again, 7-2 the score here. Knuckleball there, easily picked up by Seton Hill. As that one, it goes off the hands of the libero, Bailana Sowers, and out of bounds for Seton Hill's first point in a while.
Yeah, that shot right there, that line shot, it's so difficult to defend against, and Seton Hill, they love to do it.
This is served by Jillian Lavorse, and Sierra Barrett, a little tip shot as Seton Hill sends it over. Picked up by California. And a spike there by Ashley Leto goes off the hands of a Seton Hill player and out of bounds, so California gets another point.
Yeah, that's something you don't normally see there. Ashley Leto in the back row hitting that one. And just firing from all cylinders.
Bailana Sowers going from a long ways out, sending a jump serve over. As this one sent over by Cassie Hausfeld, and a dig there, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Leto. So 8-4 here in favor of California.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a second to talk about Leto. I mean, just so far, just very impressive. Someone we didn't really talk about coming in this game, just really proving that they're strong.
Maggie Murray sending the serve over. This one, Megan Litoborski sends it over, and it's blocked at the line. Litoborski setting her up. This is going to go off the hands of number 4, Mary Bike, for Seton Hill, so California gets the point again.
Yeah, that was Leto from that back row. I'm just using her from all positions, no matter if she's in the front row or if she's in the back row.
Litoborski going to serve it for California, the 5'9" senior. As her jump serve goes over. And a block at the line by Lois Van Schaik.
Yeah, Lois Van Schaik standing at 6'1", the tallest on California, just getting a big block there. The Griffins couldn't trick him on that play.
Litoborski, floater over the net. This one goes way back there as she has to save it. And it's a free ball for California now. And a big hit there by Lois Van Schaik.
Yeah, that just kind of like floated over to the libero on Seton Hill, as Seton Hill actually takes a timeout off Mary Botch and just gets a big point for the California Vulcans to continue this league.
And Steve, you're going to take a look right now at the PSAC Southwest standings. California 10-5, 18-8, Clarion 10-5, 16-11, IUP 9-6, 18-8, and then Seton Hill at the bottom 9-6, 17-11. But don't let that fool you. This Seton Hill team is a very good team.
Oh, yeah, you can't take anything away from them. Very sound defensively. But there, as you see, California just so far torching their defense with some big blocks, or torching their offense with some big blocks, torching their defense with some big hits. As you see, here's an attempted block there, went off the hands and went out of bounds for a Seton Hill point. But California firing from all cylinders, as you see a huge hit there to get the kill, and a huge block right there. That was Lois Van Schaik, that big 6'1" body on the net. And California just so far looking so dominant. Sierra Barrett, of course, we keep saying the PSAC player of the week, just showing how dominant she can be in volleyball.
Megan Litoborski sends the serve over. Dug out by Seton Hill. Sending that one across, picked up there by Leto. As that one goes over, and that one's going to go out of bounds. That looked almost like it hit the line, but just out of bounds, Steve.
Yeah, it was it's so deceiving from up here. The ball is traveling so fast. I think it was well out. So they were trying to do that fast one ball for the middle hitter, but didn't work out.
As California saying that one over, blocked at the line, but it was a tipped. I think it hit the net. Someone hit the net for California. But something to mention, Steve, that first time in a long time that there's actual referees judging the lines here. There used to be sports management kids.
Yeah, and sometimes you can't trust the sports. In a game like volleyball, it's very hard, especially for the refs.
And that goes out of bounds from Megan Littleborski. So Seton Hill coming back here. So maybe a good use of that timeout, Steve.
Definitely. That's definitely try to slow this California team down.
As Mary Bike sending it over. Littleborski passing it over, and that one's going to go off the net and picked up there by Taylor Sable. And that one's now picked up by Ashley Leto, passing it around. And it's going to go off the antenna. So Seton Hill point, Ashley Leto tried to get that spike to go down, but it hit the antenna, and that's out of bounds.
Yeah, California really kind of beating themselves right now. Maybe in a point or two, if California may be looking to get a timeout going.
And that's going to go into the net from Lois Van Schaik. So another point coming into the Griffins.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just these mistakes that the Vulcans are making. All they have to do is maybe call a timeout, get some things figured out, and come out back strong.
Bike sends it over, and that is going to go and save there. So free ball maybe, but nope. It's going to be Seton Hill point, and that just went off the hands. It looked like Ashley Leto. And that was one of those serve errors as California takes a timeout. Steve, we mentioned before, just talking about us, serve errors.
Yeah, a serve error that could really change the momentum. But I do want to talk about California just really beating themselves, hitting a ball out, mishandling a hit there, just the ball flying all over the place. The game is a majority of mentality. It's all in your head. So a timeout like this, when Seton Hill is on a big run like this, California just needs, all they need to do, call that timeout, settle down, and really just start to figure things out.
And you see here some of the highlights, Steve. Some of the California points, but a great block up front by Seton Hill.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about here, just kind of mishandling these passes. Is really just the simple things that California needs to get back into this game and stop Seton Hill from this run that they're going on.
You see their coach Letourneau for California. They're out there ready to go. He just needed a quick word with his team as Seton Hill's coming back in this one, 11-10 to score here. Mary Bike, the sophomore from Mount Lebanon, going to serve it again for Seton Hill. As Bike sends it over. Picked up there by Littleborski passing it over, and that one goes off the hands of a Seton Hill player, but they maintain possession. And that one goes off the hands of a California player, dug out there. And now sent over by Van Schaik. Staying alive by our Seton Hill. And that one just falls in there by number 8, Jillian Lavorse, the freshman from Willoughby, Ohio.
Yeah, with a big block like that, you don't always have to go full power. Just get that little tip over the block, and then you're home free with the point.
And we're all tied up here at 11 as Mary Bike sends it over. Out of bounds there. Great eye by Ashley Leto to see it was going over her head and out of bounds.
Yeah, great awareness from Leto on that one, just seeing that ball going right over her head.
Danielle Hayes back to serve it from the baseline of the basketball court, and as she sends that one high and off the net, picked up there by Seton Hill. Blocked by California. Now Danielle Hayes sends it over. Lavorse and California trying to get a block, but a big kill there by Seton Hill.
And that's where that fast one ball to the middle hitter works out so well. Getting that free ball up, getting a perfect pass, a perfect set, and a crunching hit.
12-12 the score as Hausfeld sends it over now into the net. So point Vulcans, as that's a service error.
Yeah, and this is the opportunity where Vulcans can capitalize on this opportunity. A free point there from the missed serve.
Tina Belhigh serving for the Vulcans as that one goes over. And Seton Hill trying to send it over. That one goes out of bounds, so California gets the point there. And Steve, Tina Belhigh, the sister of now graduated Nate Belhigh from the California men's basketball team.
Yeah, just keeping it in the family with these California sports.
As that one goes out of bounds deep there by Leah Vicigiani from Greensburg, PA. So California now with a 15-12 lead. As you see, again, number 3, Tina Belhigh, serving it for California. As she sends that one over. And a block up front by California as that one goes over now by Seton Hill. As Litoborski sends it to Barrett with just a tip shot. It goes in. And now Litoborski with it again. A block up front, but it falls in. Hannah Moeller tipped it, and it just fell right in the middle of the court, Steve.
Yeah, just hit right off of the fingertips there and just flew right into the middle of that court where it can cause a lot of confusion.
As Belhigh gets a mishandle on the ball, and it goes kind of off her wrist into the middle of the net.
Yeah, it looked like she kind of rushed on that a little bit, and when you're rushing on those serves, sometimes they don't work out in your favor.
As we see Hannah Moeller serving it for Seton Hill. A nice floater picked up there by Danielle Hayes. And a free ball over to Seton Hill. As that one goes cross court, picked up by California. Into the net, and Sierra Barrett pushed it over, but that's going to be 3 hits, and Seton Hill gets another free point.
Yeah, it's these, I know the game that we announced together, I do remember just the simple mistakes that kind of keep the Vulcans out of the game.
Hannah Moeller serving it again for Seton Hill. As Lois Van Schaik sends it over. And a tip ball there, picked up by the libero, Bailana Sowers. Picked up again by Seton Hill. 10-foot spike there. It's going to go off the hands of a California player, number 13, Danielle Hayes. And it's 16-15 now.
Yeah, it's something you don't really see from Hayes too often, kind of mishandling that hit there as it coming almost like right at her chest. She couldn't get a clean pass on it.
Moeller sending it over. And a spike there by Sierra Barrett goes out of bounds off of Hannah Moeller. And Sierra Barrett, when she winds up, look out.
Yeah, look out. I mean, I think I see some flames on that ball when she winds up for a big hit. But that's exactly what the Vulcans need, a big hit from Sierra Barrett to get their momentum up and finish this set.
Solo serving for the Vulcans, sending it over. As Moeller sends it over. And a block at the line. And I think it's a Seton Hill point.
Yeah, it hit the pole out there, so it was out of bounds. You know, can't get that block in, so the ball goes wide.
Leah Vicigiani serving it for the Griffins. And a big hit coming there as that one just goes in by Ashley Leto. What a shot.
Yeah, Ashley Leto surprising us today. She's not going cross court. She's getting that line shot, one of the most difficult hits to get in volleyball.
As she now serves it for the Vulcans. As that one is going to go sent over and picked up by Leto as she gets it now over to Danielle Hayes, who just sends it right at number 11, Cassie Helsod, who can't handle it, and yeah, Hayes gets the kill.
This all started from Sierra Barrett's kill there. When they're a little down, Sierra Barrett crushes the ball, and now they're on a run.
Leto sending it over. This one going off the hands, and that one's going to be Bailana Sowers, who kind of just pushed it into the ground. She couldn't get it up higher.
Right, and that one was because, I mean, there is a late block on that one, giving the hitter kind of an open space for that big hit.
Jillian Levorse going to serve it for the Griffins here. As she sends it over to Bailana Sowers, sets it up. And a big hit by Sierra Barrett. And it looked like Katie Wenson for Seton Hill got a hand on it, but out of bounds.
Yeah, sometimes that ball doesn't need to go on the other side of the court for you to get a point. Just playing that ball smart, hitting off the hands of the Griffin block, and just as it goes out of bounds for a Vulcan's point.
Bailana Sowers floating it over. As this one getting it hit by Katie Wenson, but it's going to hit the ground as it looked like Taylor Solo was trying to get a dig on that one.
Yeah, a little pancake, you know, when you put your hand on the ground there, just having the ball pop right up, and it was close. Sometimes the ball will get up or touch the ground, and the ref won't see it and let it play, but not on that one.
Daniel Hayes sending it over, blocked at the line, and that one picked up again by California. Bailana Sowers just pushes it over. It's picked up there by Bike. And a block at the line. It's going to be out of bounds off of Danielle Hayes. So Hayes trying to get the block, but just out of bounds.
Yeah, when the ball is set like wide like that, they're going to be looking to go cross court. So that block needs to get their hands in so it doesn't ricochet out of bounds.
And that one is going to be a California point after it looked like Tina Belhigh sent it over and a hit off of a Seton Hill player. As we see Megan Lidoborski serving it for California, 21-19 the score for the Vulcans. Lidoborski's serve is over. And a great save by Seton Hill just to get it over. That was Katie Wenson. As a great save there by Seton Hill as well. And that's going to be a double hit as Katie Wenson wanted it to go over the net, but the ball and the net said no, it's coming back over.
No, it was just kind of teasing the Griffins on that one. It was just kind of sitting on the top of the net there as I believe Seton Hill calls a timeout, and we kind of saw that coming as Vulcans are close to finishing this set here, really kind of getting on a hot streak.
And Steve, take a look at some of these stats right now for both these teams. What stands out to you?
I'm going to say the attack errors on Seton Hill's part and on California's part. You have 7 attack errors for Seton Hill and 5 attack errors for California. You know, those are the points there that you have to really consider.
And Ashley Leto has 6 kills already on the day and 7 points. So she's right now the leader for California and for Seton Hill. They have Lavorce at 3 kills, Moeller at Hausfeld, at 3 kills, and Misigiani at 3 kills as well.
Yeah, and that's just kind of consistent. You have some versatility on offense. You have 3 hitters equaling the same amount of points in a very close game like this. And
you were seeing some of the highlights there. California trying to get stuff going. That one just couldn't get the dig, and then you see Sierra Barrett winding up and firing. And her counterpart there, Katie Wenson, did a great job of getting her hands up and blocking it. Just couldn't get it inbound. As you see again, Coach Letourneau trying to lead his Vulcans to a victory here in Game 1. 25 points is what you need to win by 2 in these games unless you go to the 5th set. As this one is going to get tipped up by Leto. And a big hit coming there, but Seton Hill saves it. Now California, and again with another opportunity. And another big hit falling in by Tina Belhigh. She gets the kill there. California's 2 points away.
Yeah, and that's where the pass comes very important. You get a perfect pass to your setter. They could play that just quick one ball where the ball's up in the air and the middle hitter's already there to smack that ball down.
Lidoborski serve is away. And a hit there by Seton Hill, saved by California off a block. And a push over there by Leto. As this one's coming in, another block there, and a pancake, and this is a free ball over there for Seton Hill. Now they get another opportunity. Another block up front by California. As Danielle Hayes sends it off, another save by Seton Hill. Back and forth we go. Sowers with it. As Danielle Hayes sends it over, and this one is saved by Seton Hill as well. California still with it. Hayes with a block off the hand of Rachel Satira, and California gets the point.
Yeah,
what a volley.
Danielle Hayes was the mayor of Spiketown on that one, and just a beautiful rally going on there. You didn't know that was such a huge point and just a momentum boost for California.
Lidoborski floated over there, and a backwards set goes out of bounds. California wins the first set 25-19 here, Stephen. That's a big first win for California. As we're going to take a quick break here between games. California up 25-19 over the Seton Hill Griffins. You're watching Vulcans Volleyball right here on CUTV.
CUTV's High School Football Game of the Week. Springdale at Jeff Morgan. Avella at California. Bell Vernon at Ringgold. Greensburg Central Catholic at Charleroi. Waynesburg at Southmoreland. Baldwin at Connellsville. Beth Center at Brownsville. Fraser at Bentworth. Bishop Canavan at Carmichael. The longest running high school coverage in southwestern PA is on CUTV.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, as the California Vulcans lead the Seton Hill Griffins 1-0. And Steve, that last few points were great for the Vulcans.
Yeah, I think what really did it for the Vulcans was that long rally. You know, when you get long rallies like that, whoever comes out with the point will get this huge momentum boost. And this is it here as they get a big hit right there. Just no one even around that ball. Then if you see, I think, Daniel Hayes, like I said, mayor of Spiketown on this one, finding that opening in that block and just firing away. Seton Hill showing some defense there as they get a big pass there, but it was knocked out of bounds there. Seton Hill just trying to get these points on the board, trying to make their way back from a deficit where I don't believe they had a lead in that first set.
And you see there Coach Letourneau drawing on his magic whiteboard there that's kind of invisible. He has a whiteboard there, but he was showing people, some of his teammates and players, what he wants them to do in this next set. And you got to think Seton Hill on the opposite side, you know, they're looking at coming back in the set. It's a very, very important set. As Steve, we're going to take a look at the regional rankings as we have a few minutes here, few seconds here. As California, and the last time these regional rankings came out was November 2nd. They're number 5 in the region.
Yeah, and it's such an explosive region there. As you see, California standing at 5th, kind of in the middle of there, just ranked 5th. But as you want to see, you have Shippensburg.
They beat California that last game, so they may move up.
Right, yeah, that is very possible. But, I mean, just kind of look at all the PSAC schools. You have Gannon, you have Edinburgh, you have Pitt Johnstown, you have Shippensburg, Indiana, or IUP, Clarion, Westchester, and Cal. I mean, so many teams.
Yeah, but Steve, Wheeling Jesuit in West Virginia, the perennial power in this region, and they look to be again that power to win this region again, Steve.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Wheeling Jesuit always has a strong team. They're doing something down there, right?
Well, when you win a lot of games and win a lot of championships and trophies, people want to come to your school.
Yeah, people want to come to your school.
But California's got a great program here.
Of course. Oh, yeah. Of course
they're always a winning program.
Always a very competitive team.
Yes. 2 years ago, they won the PSAC championship at Seton Hill, 3-0. And Steve, I have to say I was camera one on that game, a PCN game, but it was a lot of fun. But back to action here is that's going to be a carry by Ashley Leto. She kind of threw it over to try to save that one.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that. It was kind of looked like she grabbed that ball and threw it back to her teammates. Definitely can't do that.
Seton Hill sending it over here. Maggie Murray as Leto gives it to Litoborski. And this one is going to be by Lois Van Schaik as Litoborski gives it over to Sowers. Now Schaik sending that one over. Seton Hill with it. With a big hit off of Bailana Sowers. That might have been out if she didn't touch it.
Yeah, it very well could be. Those line shots are pretty hard, but that was all from a late block there from Leto and Barrett, just making that hole so big for the hitter to get a clean shot.
As Barrett with a kill there where no one was in the back right corner, and just the power of Sierra Barrett is unbelievable.
Yeah, I keep saying is you see multiple times from both teams that quick ball to the middle hitter there, the one shot. So it just gives the middle hitter such a big opportunity to get an explosive hit.
And Solo was the server there as Bailana Sowers gives it over to Litoborski. As Sierra Barrett couldn't handle the ball, it was a little overpassed to her. She had to go backwards and get it and couldn't get that one to fall through. Seton Hill 3-1 here the score right now. As we see Mary Bike for Seton Hill serving it here. A line drive serve picked up there by Daniel Hayes, and Leto sending it over. As Sable had it there, and a block by Sierra Barrett up front there, getting both arms up and getting the huge block.
Yeah, it's very rare you get you get a hit past Barrett as she comes with those mitts, as we like to call them, on the net, and just brings that ball down.
Ashley Leto sending that one in, and it goes in. Oh my goodness, what a serve by Ashley Leto.
Yeah, Leto just kind of floated that one in there. As you see that knuckle, and just kind of dropped at the last second to hit the line, and that is in all day.
Doesn't have to be the whole ball that touches it, just a little piece of it. And it did there as she sends that one over. And off the net and picked up by California. Dug out there, and Sierra Barrett off the block and out. So that one looked like it went off of Leah Bisagiani, but Sierra Barrett gets the kill.
Yeah, Sierra Barrett gets the kill, and great awareness from the rest of the team on that one as they see it hit the block as it's falling out of bounds. They all kind of yell, out, out, out.
Leto sending it over. And that one is picked up by California. Daniel Hayes, a little floater over the net. Now Sable. And a big hit there and saved by California as Sierra Barrett sends a free ball over. As Bike gives it over. And a big hit there and saved by Sierra Barrett as Sowers sending it over. Another save there by Solo. Now Daniel Hayes sending it into the corner there, right through the hole.
Yeah, just right in between the libero, Mary Botch, and then number 9, Maggie Murray, just sending it right between them. And just those big rallies, getting a point off them is such a huge momentum boost.
Ashley Leto serving it for California. As now Seton Hill sending it over. Sowers with it. And a 10-foot spike there by Leto. And a quick hit there by Sierra Barrett. There's a big hit in the block there, but it's going to be a net violation on Seton Hill, I believe.
No, it wasn't blocked. It hit the net. Yeah, it can get weird, you know, especially when you're a ref. Those are some tough calls. As the block's right there, and then it just hits the top of the net.
And Steve, here we're going to take a look at some of these highlights there, and a big spike and kill there by Seton Hill.
Yeah, it's just that big left hand, and then of course you have the big middle hitter Sierra Barrett just showing some dominance there. And you have just Sierra Barrett hitting it out on that one on a kind of a bad set. Then a huge block from Sierra Barrett right there, just so dominant on that net. And then there's that serve, you know, just slowly dropping on the back of the line.
Yeah, and it's just a great game so far. California was down; they're now up 6-3, and you see some great highlights there from both teams. There, as you see, there's CUTV Sports 1, our YouTube page. Don't know if they're looking at our YouTube page. Maybe they may be looking at our YouTube page, probably. But it's where we post all of our sports videos there from our studio shows, High School Roundup, the Gary Dunn Show, California Vulcans head coach, as well as this is where this game is going to go and be rebroadcast not only on CUTV, the actual cable channel, but also on our CUTV Sports 1 page.
Right, whether you miss the games or you just want to keep hearing our lovely voices, you can just go back and watch those games as many times as you want.
Ashley Leto sends it over as Sable getting it over and dug out there by California. Litoborski to Daniel Hayes. This one's picked up by Sable. A quick hit there, but Sierra Barrett was ready for it. Sable sending it over. A big hit coming. It's going to go out of bounds off of Sierra Barrett and number 14, Megan Litoborski.
Yeah, when you come out of a timeout, you're always looking to get that point back, because if you're coming out of a timeout and the opposite team gets the point, then it just gives them more momentum than they already have.
Cassie Helsfeld going to serve it for the Griffins. She sends it over, and that one's going to go out of bounds off of Leto. She just couldn't control the ball right there, and that's a point for the Griffins.
Yeah, as it kind of just shanked off her arm there, going into the stands. Luckily, it didn't hit anybody.
As Helsfeld serving it over, picked up by Sowers. Now Litoborski over to Danielle Hayes. Couldn't set her up right, so she had to just kind of put it over there. As that one is going to go off of Sowers, and what a kill there by number 8, Jillian Lavorse, the freshman.
Yeah, the freshman with a huge hit on that one. I mean, just nothing was stopping that one, a steamer.
Hausfeld serving it off the net, picked up by Daniel Hayes. Litoborski sending it to Hayes, blocked at the line. As Bike just getting it over. Litoborski to Hayes. Hayes with the kill there. What a shot right over the head of Jessica Hansen.
a shot like that is what separates Danielle Hayes from a lot of these players. I mean, such a difficult shot, kind of hitting it over the block.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. That was actually Taylor Sable that who went over their head. And that one's going to go out of bounds. So Bailana Sowers, the sophomore, with a server error. As this will send Hannah Moeller to the service line. 7-7 the score here in the second set. Moeller sending over, picked up by Leto. Litoborski over to Hayes. Hayes blocked at the line, picked up there by Maggie Murray. And that one is going to go out of bounds off the hand of a California player. And that was, again, number 8, Jillian Lavorse again.
Yeah, almost getting that block up, but not high enough as it hits off the fingertips and goes right out of bounds.
Moeller going to serve it again. Hayes sends it over to Litoborski, back to Hayes. Hayes with a knuckleball shot there, but Bike is able to save it. And that's a big hit coming, but picked up by Leto. Now to Danielle Hayes, off a block. As that shot is coming in, it's going to go out of bounds again. Jillian Lavorse, the star right now in this set for Seton Hill.
Yeah, Lavorse on that one just kind of had an open hit on that one as the Vulcans block couldn't get up in time, just kind of leaving the libero Sowers out to dry.
Litoborski to Leto with the 10-foot spike, picked up there by Bike as a tip shot there as Litoborski saves it. Danielle Hayes blocked at the line. Over to Litoborski. Leto with a pushover as Seton Hill tries it, and a spike there by Jillian Lavorse, but it's going to hit the net and go on her own side. So finally, something doesn't go her way, and the Vulcans get points from it.
Yeah, the Vulcans are lucky. They got caught on the far side of the net, and a quick set over to the outside hitter. That hit was lethal, but it just hit the net, so the California Vulcans are lucky.
A tip shot there falls in. That was Leah Vistigiani, the redshirt freshman from Greensburg, getting out with the fall through. Seton Hill taking the lead 10-8 here.
Yeah, sometimes you don't, as I said, you don't need that powerful shot. You just need a tip and just kind of find your spot.
Vistigiani sends it over to Litoborski, has it over to number 3, Tina Belhai, and her shot goes off of a Seton Hill player, and California gets the point.
Yeah, it's a point California needed there as they're kind of getting into a rut. Belhai gets them out of it with that huge point.
Danielle Hayes serving it. A high serve and a big serve, and it's blocked by Tina Belhai, and that's what you're going to get when you have a hard serve. It's going to come right back over.
Yeah, exactly. It hits right off your arms, and it goes right to the net, and Belhai was all over that one.
Danielle Hayes again. That serve, another deep serve. And this one goes off the hands and blocked, and Litoborski has to send it over. Now she gives it over to Sowers. Free ball for the Griffins. Another cross-court shot there, but picked up there as Leto sends it over. Seton Hill blocked at the line. California point, and Steve, again, we're going to see Danielle Hayes go to the line to serve, but really quick, talk about her serve and her form on her serve.
Yeah, that jump serve, it gets that down spin on it, so that ball goes up and just immediately drops to the defender.
And she throws it up so high and is able to get all of it as that one hits both players there, number 15 and number 11, Moeller and Hausfeld. And it's another point for Danielle Hayes.
Yeah, Hausfeld and Moeller on that one. Didn't really know what to do. They're trying to figure things out as it kind of went right in between them.
Hayes again. Big serve, and that one's going to go in. An ace serve for Danielle Hayes.
Yeah, a second ace in a row, actually, as that last one was also an ace, and Danielle Hayes just having a day out there with her serves.
13-10 in favor of the Vulcans here. Hayes with her serve. And this one's going to go way out.
Yeah, her serves are getting a little more and more aggressive, but that last one just barely in, and then finally just hitting it out.
As number 8, Jillian Lavorse, going to serve it here for the Griffins. Her serve picked up there by Danielle Hayes. And now that one's blocked at the line there. Hayes with the 10-foot spike, picked up by Seton Hill. A flip over there, and Sowers couldn't get it. It looked like number 9, Maggie Murray, was the one to send it over.
Yeah, Murray on that one, the setter. That's one of the advantages of having your setter in the front row. They can send that ball over they don't have to set it. They could just jump up and set it for a dump.
As Seton Hill has it now as they send it over, picked up by Ashley Leto. Now Letoborski over to Belhigh, and Belhigh gets it in right in front of the line.
Yeah, Belhigh, it seems like she's the one to go to in this set. Just consecutive points for the Vulcans.
As Tina Belhigh going to serve it for the Vulcans here. Over to Bike. As this one a hard shot off of Danielle Hayes and out of bounds. Again, Jillian LaVorse, the freshman, has got a big arm.
Yeah, LaVorse just terrorizing them on the serve on that one.
As number 9, Maggie Murray, going to serve it for the Griffins. Her serve is over, picked up by Leto, over to Letoborski. Sierra Barrett with a hard shot, and no one can handle that.
Yeah, and that's such an advantage that the Vulcans have, having Belhigh and Barrett as their middle hitters rotating out for each other. I mean, just, yeah, this rotation here that we have, Leto and Barrett in the front row, just such a solid, 2 solid hitters.
Solo serving for the Vulcans. As Seton Hill sending over, and that was a block by Sierra Barrett. Would have went out of bounds, but it was saved there. As Mary Bike sends a free ball over. Letoborski giving it over to Leto as that one's blocked at the line. Now Leto again sending over to Bike. Backward set there comes in. That's a kill there by number 3, Rachel Satira. What a shot.
Yeah, Satira. I mean, I'm gonna keep saying this. That line shot is so difficult to defend. I mean, you don't have as many people, and it's such a difficult hit to follow through with. So I mean, just taking advantage of that as much as possible.
Bike sends it over. Letoborski gives it to Barrett. Barrett with a tip shot, picked up by Seton Hill. As Daniel Hayes gives it to Letoborski, and Sierra Barrett waits and fires, and no one was back there for the Griffins.
Yeah, just on a completely different level than anybody right now, Sierra Barrett. Just so good. She really gets up there and just her hits are just absolutely unbelievable.
And as we see here, Ashley Leto sending it over, Mary Bike, and a free ball coming for the Vulcans. Leto giving it to Letoborski, over to Barrett. Barrett with a shot, and it was saved by Bike as that one goes over and out of bounds off of Jillian LaVorse.
Yeah, like we said before, that last rotation that the Vulcans were in with Leto as their outside hitter and Barrett as the middle hitter, just so dominant.
As Leto serve over. A shot there, but it's going to go off of Taylor Solo, so a kill coming for Leah Bisigiani.
Yeah, Seton Hill just kind of slowly making their way back in this set. Vulcans still lead, but only by a slim margin.
As Katie Winston serving it over into the net. Don't want to have that if you're the Griffins. Free point for the Vulcans.
Right, especially when you're kind of getting a momentum boost, kind of going on a progressing run there. Hitting the ball in the net is definitely a no-no.
Bailana Sowers serving it for the Vulcans. Her serve is over. And a big shot there, but a great save by Letoborski as Leto with a bump over the net. And a big shot goes falling in there in the near side corner of the court.
Yeah, Seton Hill they have some strong hitters, but California seems to be a little ahead of their game on this one. But Seton Hill, they're right behind them.
As Hannah Moeller serving for the Griffins. Leto giving to Letoborski. Now Daniel Hayes, cross court, dug out there by Seton Hill, and a big hit there by Letoborski, but saved by the Griffins. Now Letoborski setting up a block there at the line and goes in off of Leah Bisigiani.
Yeah, so Ashley Leto on that one, just kind of like stuck, like she stepped in tar, just wishing that she could get to that ball, but she couldn't.
Hannah Moeller serving it for the Griffins. This one on the top of the net falls back on their own side. That's a point for the Vulcans.
Yeah, I mean, that could hurt the Griffins in the future. Getting on these kind of like 2 or 3 point runs and then hitting the ball in the net kind of just slows them down and backtracks them.
Letoborski serving it. Seton Hill with it now. Sending it over. As Sowers giving it to Daniel Hayes. Hayes Leah Bissajani has it there, giving it over, and that one's going to be out of bounds. Another shot by Jillian LaVorse, almost falling in.
Yeah, that one was close. I don't know. It's so, like I said, it's so hard to see. It's so deceiving. So the ref, I think, got that one right.
Lidaborski sending it over. As Maggie Murray getting it over and picked up there by Sowers, as it's going to be a point to the Vulcans, I believe.
Net violation.
Net violation, yeah. And a timeout call here by Seton Hill, Steve.
Yeah, Griffins needed 4 points until the Vulcans take this set from them. That's exactly what they needed. They needed to slow this Vulcans team down because they're on fire, and the Griffins are going to try to work to see if they can slowly come back into this game.
Kills are even, 24-24, Steve.
Yeah, and that's as even as you could get in a game with the kills, 24 kills to 24, both very offensive powerhouses.
And Steve, there you see California University Television, my favorite Facebook platform there, and I'm starting to like Twitter too, but Facebook so far is still my favorite there. You can type as many words as you want on Facebook. Twitter, you got to fix that.
Well, when it comes down to it, I guess you need as many characters as you need for Facebook posting your stuff. But yeah, we know how much you love Facebook. That's where we put a lot of our stuff, as well as YouTube. We kind of put all of our YouTube links up there for people to see and people to click on.
Yeah, definitely check it out. We post a lot of different things up there, as well as our crew pictures. But it's basically everything that goes on Twitter goes on Facebook as well, for the most part.
Right.
Lidaborski sending it over to Moeller. As a shot there by Hausfeld. Now Lidaborski sending it over to Hayes. Hayes cross court, picked up there. And Belana Sowers just getting her hand on it as Leto sending it over there off the hands as Bite gets it. And now Hausfeld has it and sends it over to Sowers. And a big shot there by Lois Van Schaik, but Leto sending it into the net again, just off of her palm, it looked like.
Yeah, just couldn't get a full, clean contact on that hit. The Griffins needed that after that long rally.
As we see Leah Bissajani going to serve it over. Leto giving it to Lidaborski. Over to Hayes. Hayes with a shot, and it falls in there. What a nice drop shot by Hayes, as Katie Winston couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, what Hayes is so good at, she's so good at finding that hole in the block, just opening that block up and just shooting it right through.
Hayes having a day serving. She's going to serve again. And that one, a hard shot. And again, off the hands of Hannah Moeller and Tina Belhai right there to just throw it down.
You know, it's kind of like they draw this play up. Have Hayes serve, miscue on the pass, and then Tina Belhai just drop it right down.
And again, going right back to Moeller as they finally get it. And that one is going to go off the ground and in on the Vulcan side. So that's a Seton Hill point.
Yeah, just you see Leto trying to just go back to work on her, to get her start ready for her hit, and then she just couldn't see that ball.
Lidaborski now sending over to Leto. Cross court, picked up by the Griffins. A wind up and fired shot there by Jenna Sesek, but it goes out of bounds, so set point for the Vulcans here.
Yeah, and this is where the Griffins really need to get down and get scrappy, get those scrappy points, and do anything they can to crawl back and maybe come back in the set.
Belhai sending it over. As a big shot there off the block of Lois Van Schaik. That was Katie Winston, I believe, with that kill.
Yeah, and 1 point is what the Vulcans need, and sometimes that 1 point is the toughest point out of the 25 points to get.
Maggie Murray's serve is over. Leto gives it to Lidaborski. Now Barrett, just a tip shot there. As Winston sending over off the hands of Sowers, and a nice drop shot there by Winston.
Yeah, and Anthony, if you're the Vulcans, what do you do to get this last point?
And just keep rallying, and you're not out of it yet. You still got a few points to give until it's a tie ball game. As Hayes gives it to Lidaborski. Over to Leto. Leto fires, and that one is saved, but Seton Hill has a free ball over to the California Vulcans. Sowers over to Lois Van Schaik. Saved by the Griffins, and a shot there right off the second hit And that was number 3, Rachel Satira, just throwing it over.
Like I said, getting scrappy, sending the ball over on that second hit is something you don't normally see as the Vulcans. They're going to take a timeout.
And see, that's what I would do if I'm the Vulcans. Take a timeout, remotivate the team there, and that's a good call there by Coach Seton.
Yeah, slow things down, get this pass up, side out, and then get that last point. As you see the highlights there from Seton Hill just crushing that ball into the far corner. Vulcans coming right back, but Seton Hill denying them with a huge block. And that there was a close one. He didn't know if it was in or out. Ref called it out. We're going to go with what he says, and then Leto hitting that ball into the net, giving the Seton Hill free point. And a huge hit from Hayes there, finding that space in the block. And then there's that serve and that bad pass going in the net, and a big block from Tina Bell High. Seton Hill hitting the ball out once again. There you see Seton Hill getting a big hit, just trying to claw their way back into this game. But Vulcans really just not letting them.
And Steve, you see, looking at Sierra Barrett, she's got 7 kills on the day, and 1 block, 3 block assists, and just unreal.
Yeah, and then you want to look at Belhai and Leto. Belhai with 7 kills, Leto with 6 kills. I mean, just those 3 are just working so well with each other.
As Murray sends it over, Daniel Hayes gets it to Littleborski. Barrett fires away, and this one is saved there. And it's a shot and in right through Sierra Barrett and Ashley Leto. That was, again, Jillian Lavorse, and it looks like she's the saving grace for the Seton Hill team right now.
Yeah, and that all came from that big dig from Sierra Barrett's huge hit.
Maggie Murray sends it over to Sowers. Littleborski has it. Over to Lois Van Schaik, and that's off the antenna, and California gets the point. And it was a tough one coming down the stretch, but California wins it 25-23. And we're going to take a quick 2-minute break here as we get ready for the 3rd set here. California leads this one 2-0. Stay tuned for more Vulcans volleyball action here on CUTV.
The longest student-produced show on CUTV. Is back with highlights and analysis, scores and standings, and more. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car. More music in the dorm. More music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation. Playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Back for its 3rd season. With more live episodes and brand new games. With host Stephen Ruffing. It's the Multimedia Access Center is an open lab where California University students can work on an assignment, attend a workshop, print a document for class, or take advantage of a variety of services such as large format printing, web development, and graphic design. Located in the renovated Natali Student Center across from the student bookstore, the Mac Lab is also your home for OrgSync support and services. For hours of operation or for more information, stop by the Mac Lab, visit our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Welcome back here to the Convocation Center on campus of Cal U, where the California Vulcans lead 2-0. And Steve, this is a big turning point for the Vulcans here, up 2-0. You can't fall here.
No, and really, when you come into the 3rd set, up 2-0, you have everything to lose. Really, Seton Hill doesn't have much to lose when they're down 2-0. So they're gonna come out gritty. They're gonna come out very scrappy, trying to get those scrappy points, sending the ball over on 2 hits. So Vulcans, what they need to do is just kind of stay on their toes, be ready, and just play the game that they've been playing all day.
And CVC there, number 14, Megan Litoborski. But look at those jerseys. Lovely new jerseys for the Vulcans.
Yeah, just the black jersey, and then you have that little flame design on the sleeves, and then on the waist there.
Yeah, then good to see California getting some new jerseys here after seeing some plain red and white and black before. Love the designs, and California up, like I said, 2-0. Seton Hill trying to find a way to win this one. 2 years ago in this place we saw California come back with a 2-0 deficit and win it 5 sets. In 5 sets, 3-2, and it can happen.
Yeah, and personal experiences when I played, I was on the losing side of being up 2-0, and I was also on the winning side, 2-0. So it can happen, and it's one of the most exciting things in volleyball.
We're going to see who is serving first. No one has the ball as of yet. And it's going to be Seton Hill serving first as Katie Wenson going to serve it for the Griffins. As we get ready for the third set here, a high floater there, picked up by Leto. And a big shot there and a great block by, it looked like number 8, Jillian Lavorse.
Yes, Seton Hill is coming out with a huge block, as they're going to be coming out with a lot of momentum. Very loud, as you see their bench went crazy on that block.
That was a big shot there, and that serve goes over. Litoborski to Sierra Barrett, and that's a great block and dig there by Katie Wenson. As California has it again, Sierra Barrett sending it into the coffin corner, getting that shot to fall in.
Yeah, just a great shot there from Sierra Barrett. The old reliable middle hitter Sierra Barrett is.
1-1 the score here. Taylor Solo serving it for the Vulcans. Solo sending it over. Wenson getting it over. And that one dug out there by Hayes. Tipped at the line, Sierra Barrett sending it over. And a dig there by Bike. Shot coming over by Seton Hill. California with it. Sierra Barrett with the spike and the kill.
Yeah, just
what a shot.
Give Sierra Barrett all 25 points in this set, because that's what she is on pace for, giving the Vulcans their 2 points with some extremely well-placed hits.
Now Solo, again serving. Sending it over. This one was Lavorse that hit it. And that's going to go out of bounds off of Seton Hill. Point California. They wanted to say that it was touched by California. However, the referees disagreed.
Yeah, it's such a tough decision, those split-second decisions, as Cal's coach there kind of arguing with the head ref. He's got to be careful. I mean, Anthony, there are yellow cards and red cards in volleyball, and he very well could get one as he's having a word with the coaches.
Well, they're giving him the point now to Seton Hill after having said it was California point.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if the referees discussed it and they, one disagreed and they changed the point, but it's Seton Hill point and another Seton Hill point, as that's an ace serve.
Yeah, to see how that ball kind of floats over the net from Moeller, as that just kind of floats and just it's a knuckleball when it comes over to the net.
And Coach Letourneau still having a word with the referees. And now number 14, Megan Litoborski, going to talk to the referee about this. I believe they're still complaining about that last point, not this past one, but the point before that, which made it a tie game.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to look back at it.
See, we're going to take a look at it real quick. What do you think happened here?
Let's see here. Ball goes up. And it's so tough because that angle there, a prime kind of angle is yeah. If we could look here, right, this is the perfect.
I think it deflects off her, ring finger and pinky.
Yeah, it's so close, you know. Look.
And we're going to see it here again in slow motion as it looks like she tips it.
No,
but
I don't see it.
I don't
see it. I think that ball went clean out.
And Megan Lidaborski is still talking it over. I mean, what you really need is something like really closely zoomed in there to see the fingers move.
Right.
And I was watching the Olympics happen this past summer. Volleyball, some of the biggest things I like to watch. And they have coaches' challenges there, and you have to look at the video board, and they have to zoom really close to see if it goes off the fingertips at all.
Yeah, because those cameras like zoom right in. But if we're gonna go from our view right here on your TV, look at it. I don't see anything go off like right there. It looks like she moves her hands at the very last minute.
And you can't really tell it and see if it hits off a finger or not.
Right.
But it looks like you're right. She does move her hand over. The referees are still discussing one with Coach Rick Hall for Seton Hill, and the head referee talking to Maggie Murray.
And you know what? It's one of those plays where the ref can basically call it either way.
And Steve, we have one more angle we're going to look at. We have 3 cameras here today. This one coming from our closer camera 2. And right here. And I don't see anything.
I think, but they're going to actually do a replay on that last serve.
And that one is going to go now Seton Hill point. So California, you can see they're visibly frustrated right now. And you can't let that get to your head.
Right, yeah, that can definitely affect your play.
So Seton Hill, 3 points to 2, and Sierra Barrett trying to get something going for the Vulcans, and it's blocked up front, and it goes down in front of Sierra Barrett, and Seton Hill loud right now as California needing to take a timeout. 4 points to 2 in favor of Seton Hill, Steve.
Yeah, and that's it's all mental. It's 90% mental in the game of volleyball. Seton Hill, they're loud. They're full of energy. California, they're kind of down right now after that kind of, I guess, miscall you can call it. But, you know, I don't want to say the referee is wrong on this play, because if he calls it clean out, you have Seton Hill complaining that it touched a Vulcans player. So it's one of those plays that kind of go either way. One of the teams isn't going to be happy after the end of the play.
Well, you see there, calvulcans.com, the athletics website there. Get all of your Cal Vulcans information there. You see the guy in the hood there is men's basketball athlete Luka Andzusic. Injured his foot, though, in a practice. Hope he gets better for the men's basketball season that's going to start this weekend when they go to a tournament in Virginia, Virginia State. And hopefully he gets better as new head coach Kent McBride coming in to coach these men's basketball players.
Yeah, looking to kind of turn things around from last year as Bill Brown retired.
As we're back to action here, Hannah Moeller sends it over, picked up by Leto, and Sierra Barrett just gets that one to fall in. A perfect little touch over the net.
Right, and when you're in a situation like the Vulcans, you don't need to smack that ball as hard as you can. You just need that tip. You need that point just to get a little refresher, I guess. You want to get your momentum back up.
Ashley Leto sending that one over. As that one is blocked at the line by number 13, Danielle Hayes.
You know, that little tip from Sierra Barrett works its way up to that big block from Hayes. Now the momentum is all on the Vulcan side.
4-4 here as Ashley Leto serves it away. And this one going over, but a good hit by Maggie Murray as a tip there, dug out there by number 12, Kayleen McKinney. And a free ball for California. Danielle Hayes fires away, saved by Mary Bike. Sierra Barrett fires one away, and that's out of bounds, so momentum now, Seton Hill.
You know, absolute fantastic defense from Seton Hill on that one. Just, like I said, they're playing scrappy. They're getting every ball up, and they're sending those free ball overs, keeping Vulcans on their toes, and finally coming away with that point.
Visigiani serving it over. Sowers. Now Danielle Hayes fires one away, and another save there by Cassie Hausfeld. Now a free ball over for California. Lidaborski, Sierra Barrett fires away, and this one's tipped off of Leah Visigiani. California ties it up 5-5.
Yeah, for a second there, the Griffins, they're getting everything in this world up on defense. But Barrett finally getting that crushing hit.
Sowers serving it over now as Maggie Murray sends it over. A 10-foot spike there for Hausfeld. California with it now. Ashley Leto sending it over. And that one with a miscommunication there falls in. It looks like Cassie Hausfeld said, who was supposed to get that?
Yeah, you had Hausfeld looking at Bike there. Just right, it kind of split them right down the middle. They were kind of wondering. Now the ref's actually checking on Seton Hill's rotation. You don't want. This is where a point where you don't want to be caught out of rotation.
No, you do not. And then it looks like everything is kosher here, and they're able to keep playing. But definitely that referee on the far side of the court is checking for those rotation errors possibly. And Steve, you played volleyball competitively in high school. How important is rotation in terms of this?
It's important because, especially at this level, you shouldn't be caught out of rotation. It's one of those simple mistakes where the coaches would be furious if you are caught out of rotation.
Now we're back to action here as Daniel Hayes fires one away, blocked at the line. Now back to Hayes. She sends one over, and that one's saved there by Moeller. And that goes off the hands of Hausfeld. And it looks like Lidaborski gets the kill on that one.
Yeah, Lidaborski sent that one over, and a silent killer kind of in this game, getting those well-needed points coming in the clutch for the Vulcans.
Elena Sowers sending it over. A hard serve to handle it. Moeller handled it well. Now, Lidaborski over to Belhai, and that one's blocked at the line. Lidaborski to Hayes. Hayes fires away, and it goes and splits the defenders between Mary Bike and Hausfeld.
Yeah, Hayes, that's what separates her from every player on this court is she does such a great job of finding that hole in the block, avoiding the block, and getting the kill almost every single time the ball comes to her.
Now Elana Sowers sending it over, a floater serve there, and that's a good save by Moeller. Now, Lidaborski over to Daniel Hayes. Once again, firing away, and that one goes off the hands of Hannah Moeller. And California now with a 4-point lead as a timeout here called by Seton Hill. Vulcans up 9-5.
Daniel Hayes absolutely on fire right now. I mean, just crushing everything that's in her way, avoiding those blocks, getting the points that the Vulcans need. As you see, a quick one ball there from Sierra Barrett, tipping off the Seton Hill defender. Leto getting that ball over. It just splits those Seton Hill Griffins. A dump there from the setter for the Vulcans. And then Hayes getting that a big hit, and then another one. Just absolutely dominant in just leading this Vulcans team right now.
Well, Danielle Hayes, the offensive hitter outside hitter for a 5'11" senior. She's a senior, so they're going to miss her next year.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a big loss for this team. It's just so dominant hitting, and the Vulcans just looking so dominant right now with Hayes.
There you see our CUTV Twitter page, and Joe Trentley on camera 3 there, definitely on Twitter there. As Steve, there was a Twitter poll sent out by Danny Beck and you about soda versus pop.
Yeah, of course. It's all about location. You know, I'm from Western PA, so I have majority Pittsburgh followers, and then Danny, of course, is from Harrisburg. So it's kind of biased pool because he's getting a lot of soda votes. I'm getting a lot of pop votes. But at CUTV _PA, tweet us and tell us what you think. Is it pop or is it soda? We'd love to hear what you guys would have to say.
And CUTV does a lot of Twitter polls as well. And back to action here is Solo giving it over to Lidaborski. Danielle Hayes fires away, saved by Mary Bike. Now 10-foot spike there by Cassie Hausfeld, saved by California. Ashley Leto sending it over. Now a big block up front there by Belhai, and that goes off the antenna by Seton Hill.
Yeah, big. That all started from Belhai's big block there, sending that ball wide, going out of bounds. Seton Hill unable to get it, just going out of bounds.
10-5 the score here. Ilana Sauer is going to serve it for the Vulcans. She sends it over, a high serve. Lavorce had it, and she serves it, and spikes it over, and that's a kill right dancing on the line.
Yeah, very close on that line. Definitely not out, definitely not on line. That was clean in. Seton Hill working their way back from that 5-point deficit.
Jillian Lavore serving in here for the Griffins as she sends it over. Leto, and now Daniel Hayes firing away, saved by Mary Bike. As this is the Vulcans' ball. Hayes again firing away, and that's blocked at the line, but in her own zone. So Jenna Sesek gives the California Vulcans a point off her own block.
Yeah, Sasek kind of looked like it hit her in the head maybe, but Hayes just working around that block, getting the point, getting another point for the Vulcans.
Megan Litoborski serving it over. Over to Moeller. Now a hit there. Belli has it. Over to Hayes. Hayes firing away, and that one's saved there, and a free ball over for California. Litoborski back sets it to Van Schaik, and that's tipped by Bike. It's going to be the Vulcans' point.
Yeah, tip there from Van Schaik's hit on Bike. Just dominating right now this Vulcans team.
12-6 to score here. Litoborski serving it for the Vulcans. Setting it over. Mary Bike gets it over. And a block at the line by Van Schaik. Now Wenson sending it over. It's out of bounds, and that's another point for the Vulcans.
Yeah, Vulcans, they're definitely leading the way right now. Griffins, they came out with some momentum, but now they're kind of down.
Litoborski serving it again. As Muller had over to Sable. As Wenson had it over. Van Schaik gets blocked by Wenson. Litoborski over to Belhai. Saved by Lavors. Now Wenson over and blocked at the line by Van Schaik, but out of bounds. Seton Hill gets the point.
Yeah, Van Schaik a little late on the block. Couldn't really get her hands up and down, pointed down, so that ball goes straight down. Goes out of bounds, but the Griffins fighting back here.
The referee is talking at the scorer's table here. Still not sure what's going on here. As he's talking to the coach over here, and it looks like number 18, Danielle Neese, has to sub in number 7, Jenna Sesak. I believe it's a rotation error, Steve, maybe?
No, it wasn't because if it was if they were out of rotation, the Vulcans would have got the ball and the point. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what that was.
Well, Danielle Neese gets the point off an ace serve. Not sure what happened there. The referee talking with the scores table and making some changes, and Neese serving here. 13-8 to score. Litoborski giving it to Daniel Hayes. Hayes fires away, and that one's saved there by Lavors. Now Sowers lays out, and this is going to be saved by Van Schaik as Leto sends it over to Bike. Sable over to Wenson, and that one goes off of Neese out of bounds. The Vulcans get the point.
Yeah, a low serve there, a low hit straight into the block of Van Schaik and Ashley Leto.
California's Danielle Hayes serving it here. Has a wicked serve. She sends it over, and that one's saved there by Neese. Sable getting over to Wenson. As she pushes it over, Van Schaik. Now Belhai fires away. Now it's going to go out of bounds off of Neese and Bike.
Yeah, the Vulcans just looking so dominant. When you have Ashley Leto, when you have Danielle Hayes, when you have Sierra Barrett, when you have Tina Belhai, you have all of these hitters. I mean, it's just a recipe for a win.
Hayes serving it here. Sends that one over. As this one goes to Satira. Now Hayes back sets it to Van Schaik. And that one's off of Mary Bike. It looks like Bike and Neese kind of gotten into miscommunication there. Didn't know who was going for the ball.
Yeah, when you're down 2-0, when you're losing in this third set, sometimes you can get out of it. You can get some miscommunication.
Daniel Hayes serving here. Fires it over. Back sets it to Wenson. And that's going to go out of bounds. Just too much power behind it, and California gets the point. 17-8 to score here.
Yeah, she got under that ball a little bit, sending it out, flying out past the Vulcans, giving them an extra point.
No.
Oh no, they said the ball was tipped.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I seen anything, but of course refs are right there. We're not.
Hayes to Litiborski. Push over there by Belhai, and that goes off of Nice and in, so the Vulcans get the point here, 17-9 to score.
Yeah, smart spot right there, just sending the ball. That corner was open, and the Griffins couldn't get there in time.
Gina Belhai serving it for the Vulcans here. Setting it over. Munson has it and goes over to Bisagiani. California has it now to Litiborski. Now Leto setting it over. Nice had it. Now over to Wenson. Pushing it over to Litiborski. Belhai. Daniel Hayes gives it a little push as Maggie Murray sends it over and blocked at the line. And Leah Bisagiani gets the kill there.
Yeah, it's that ball, as we've seen many a times in this game, going off of that block and flying out wide. And that time, Griffins were on the winning side of that.
Wenson sends it over to Sowers. Litiborski back, sets it to Van Schaik. Van Schaik fires away, saved there by Wenson. And that one is a kill there for number 3, Rachel Satira for the Griffins.
All that momentum is coming from that dig. A huge dig from Lois Van Schaik's screamer of a hit.
Wenson serves it over. Leto to Litiborski. Back sets to Van Schaik. Van Schaik out of bounds. She tried to ride the line and it couldn't fall through.
Yeah, she tried to thread the needle on that hit there. She had it beat. She had the block beat. She looked like she had the defender beat, but she kind of beat herself on that one.
Wenson serving it over into the net. California gets the point.
Yeah, this is a perfect time for California to capitalize on this kind of opportunity. Griffin sending it into the net. Vulcans get a free point, and they're going to be serving.
As Taylor Solo serving for the Vulcans. 18-12 the score here. Solo sending it over. Murray sending over, and a wicked shot there by Jillian Lavorse. It goes off the hands of a Vulcan player.
Yeah, kind of hit the hands of Barrett there. Didn't get up in time to get her hands over the net, so that ball kind of hits the side of her hand and goes wide and goes out of bounds.
Kaylin McKinney serving for the Griffins here. One of the seniors from Slickville, PA. And that's an ace serve. Daniel Hayes tries to get it and just can't reach it.
Yeah, and what the Vulcans are doing right now, they're kind of getting down. They don't want to get this Griffins team too much momentum as they're slowly making their way back, now down 4.
As she sends it over. Litiborski over. This is Barrett. Barrett fires away. That one's blocked, and it's going to be a net violation. I believe, no. It's going to be a Vulcans point by Sierra Barrett. It looked like it almost was a net violation.
Yeah, it was a net violation on the Griffins, actually. So, yeah, you were right on that part.
As Ashley Leto sends it away. Picked up there by Bisagiani. Free ball over for the Vulcans. Solo to Litiborski. Now Danielle Hayes with a tip shot there. Picked up by the Griffins as they send it over. Litiborski to Hayes. Hayes firing away. This one goes in the back part of the court. Nobody home for the Griffins to try to save that.
No, Hayes is just too good right now. Nothing is stopping her. She gets another powering shot on that.
Leto with the serve. She sends it over. Free ball there, and Daniel Hayes tries to hammer it home. Sierra Barrett tipping it now. As there's going to be a violation against Seton Hill, and you got to be careful of where you are with the net there.
Yeah, I don't actually. The ref signaled. I wasn't sure what he signaled. It didn't look like a net violation. I'm not sure what they called.
Well, Leto served it over, and this is going to be California point off an ace serve. Looked like Kaylin McKinney hit it, and they couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it just kind of shanked off her arms. A great serve from Ashley Leto. She's been doing a great job all night.
Ashley Leto serving it over. Lavorse getting it here, sending it. It's going to go off the hands of Litiborski and out of bounds, so she gets the point.
Yeah, Vulcans down 3. Just looking to finish this game. Griffins trying to hold on as much as they can to fight back and crawl their way back into this third set.
Bisagiani serving it over. off the net, and it's going to be a great save there by Sowers. And that one goes off the net, and a save by the Griffins. Sowers to Litiborski. Daniel Hayes winds and fires, blocked at the line by Jenna Sesak.
Yeah, all those Vulcans need to do is finish, but Griffins, they are standing in the way of the Vulcans right now. Just such a big block, shutting down the main hitter there, Danielle Hayes.
This Johnny goes over to Sowers. Now Litiborski sending it to Hayes. Hayes winds and fires. That one's off the hands of Kayleen McKinney, and California is 2 points away from match point. Well, from winning the match.
Right.
1 point away from match point.
Yeah, Danielle Hayes not letting that happen again. Not letting the Griffins shutting her down twice in a row.
And Sowers sending it over. Back sets over to Lavors. Leto saves for the Vulcans. Back sets it over to Belhai. Saved by Seton Hill. Leto to Litiborski over to Daniel Hayes. She winds and fires and is blocked at the line. And coach wants a double hit, but that's not happening as Litiborski sending it over. Again, she hits it. Seton Hill with it now. Lavors pushing it over, and this is out of bounds. California gets the point, and the coach wanted a double hit there on Litiborski. I kind of can see why. She kind of did hit it twice.
Yeah, she did, but it came off the block. It wasn't on the net. I think that just the angle that the coach is at there. But the Griffins playing desperate on that rally.
Match point for the Vulcans. Blocked there, saved by Litiborski now. Now Seton Hill trying to get something to go. Sowers, Litiborski over to Hayes. Hayes winds and fires and is blocked at the line by number 9, Maggie Murray. And Seton Hill trying to get something going here on offense now as they're trying to rally to come back here.
Yeah, Litiborski just trying to feed the beast with Danielle Hayes on that one. Just keep going her to finish this game.
Lavors sending over to Hayes. Now Litiborski over to Belhai. Belhai gets it to go in, and California wins the match 3-0 against Seton Hill after Seton Hill swept them in the last time they met at Seton Hill. Steve, what a game by California.
Yeah, California just dominating in the Convocation Center once again, beating the Griffins 3-0. And I think what set them away from this Seton Hill team is the big hitters on California. Sierra Barrett, Tina Belhai, Ashley Leto coming into the game, and of course Danielle Hayes finishing off that game. Just absolute fantastic performance by the Vulcans.
Well, you can't forget Megan Litiborski setting up Daniel Hayes this entire time.
Yeah, great performance. Some clean sets, very disciplined sets in this whole game.
Well, that'll do it here from the Convocation Center. California wins it 3-0 here. A clean sweep over the Seton Hill Griffins. We're back here again on Friday when the California Vulcans take on the IUP Crimson Hawks. For Stephen Ruffing, I'm Anthony D'Agostino. For everyone in the truck, thank you for watching our broadcast here on CUTV. We'll see you next time right here on CUTV.